It's not easy being a man in the world we live in today. But let's be honest, it has never been easy being a man. The expectations are heavy, the pressure is constant, and somewhere along the way, society started telling us a lie that has done more damage than most people realize. They told us you become a man the day you turn 18. You get a number, a birthday, and suddenly you're supposed to have it all figured out. That's not how it works. You don't become a man because of your age. You become a man because of your actions, through your evolved maturity and exceptional character that starts guiding your decisions instead of fleeting emotions that misguide them. You acknowledge your emotions, but you're not controlled solely by them. You do the things that must be done, not because they feel good, but because they are right. It's not easy. You must practice self-reflection. It requires mental toughness to fight against the easier path and embrace the fulfilling one, and spiritual acuity, so that you walk a path that is uplifting for your soul. The deep awakening of your highest expression is what separates the boys from the men in every generation that has ever existed. The truth is, you get to decide what kind of man you are going to become, and that decision carries more weight than most people understand. The man you choose to be, whether he is a man of strong character or weak character, has the power to change the world. Not the whole world maybe, but the world for one person. And sometimes changing the world for one person is enough to send ripples that touch hundreds more. Your choice matters that much. Remember when you were a kid? Remember the video games you played for hours, the superhero movies you watched on repeat, the cartoons that kept you glued to the screen? Remember how you imagined yourself as the hero. You saw yourself saving the day, standing tall when everything was falling apart, being the one people could count on. Even back then, there was something deep inside you that wanted to be important, to be valued, to be capable, to matter. That yearning never left you. It's still there. It's the part of you that knows you were made for more than just getting by. Here's the part most men miss. In the story of your life, you are the main character. You are not some side character waiting for the plot to happen to you. You are the one who gets to choose. Just like in those role-playing games you played as a kid, you get to pick your class. You get to decide your base attributes. You can choose to be the warrior who faces everything head-on. You can choose to be the protector who stands in the gap for the people he loves. You can choose to be the man who is articulate and wise, the one who brings calm to chaos, the negotiator who finds solutions when everyone else is arguing. You can choose to be charismatic or stoic, rich in resources or rich in character, a decision maker or a quiet force who moves mountains behind the scenes. Life is the ultimate quest. Every day is an adventure that levels you up or holds you back depending on the choices you make. You have the power to take back control and become exactly the man you want to be. No one else gets to write your story unless you hand them the pen. And the way you actually build those attributes is through intentional practice. Just like allocating skill points and grinding quests in a game, you deliberately train the qualities you want. Discipline is built through small daily actions when comfort is calling. Courage is built through speaking truth when silence would be easier. Wisdom is built through reflection and learning when distractions are everywhere. Patience is built through staying steady when everything in you wants to react. Character is not wished into existence. It is practiced into existence through repetition when it's uncomfortable. Every time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you are allocating points to the man you are becoming. But here's what they don't show you in the movies or the games. The heroes you looked up to didn't become legends because everything was easy. They became the men people still talk about because they faced hardship and kept moving forward anyway. Somewhere along the line, we forgot that part. We forgot that the reason those stories gripped us so tightly as kids was because the hero had to go through fire. He had to lose. He had to bleed. He had to face the thing that scared him most and keep going anyway. That is what made him worth following. That is what made us want to be like him. You want to become the man your childhood self would look up to and want to be, you have to be willing to do what the heroes did. You have to face the hardship. You have to fight the challenges, the obstacles, the trials, and the tribulations like a strong man. We all have to face them either way. Life doesn't give anyone a pass. The only question is whether you will face them with bravery and courage, or whether you will spend your days avoiding them and wondering why you feel empty. There is a reason the old saying exists: no man is more unhappy than the one who never faces adversity, because that man is never permitted to prove to himself who he really is. Think of it like this: pressure makes diamonds. Carbon under extreme heat and crushing pressure doesn't stay ordinary. It transforms into one of the hardest, most valuable substances on Earth. The pressure you feel right now, the weight of expectations, the setbacks, the days when everything feels stacked against you, that pressure is not trying to break you. It is trying to crystallize you. The man you want to be is not formed in comfort. He is formed in the fire. Every time you choose to stand when you want to sit down, every time you do the hard thing when the easy thing is screaming at you, you are being forged. You are becoming sharper. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming the version of yourself that your younger self would respect. Another way to see it is like a captain on a ship in the middle of a storm. You don't get to control the waves. You don't get to control the wind. Society, circumstances, other people's opinions, they are going to crash against you whether you like it or not. But you control the tiller. You control how you steer. You control whether you batten down the hatches and ride it out or whether you panic and abandon ship. The man you want to be learns to sail in any weather. He doesn't wait for calm seas to become skilled. He becomes skilled because he refused to let the storm define him. That is mental toughness in action. That is spiritual acuity, knowing that your direction matters more than the conditions around you. And the foundation that makes all of this possible is radical ownership. The man you want to be refuses to outsource responsibility for his life to society, circumstances, or other people. He owns his past. He owns his responses. He owns his growth. He owns his future. When you own everything, you stop being a victim of the story and you start becoming the architect of the man you are becoming. Ownership is not about blame. It is about power. The moment you take full ownership is the moment you take full control. That is where mental toughness is born. That is where real character begins to take shape. When you choose to become that man through ownership, through the fire, through the storm, something powerful happens. You stop being the victim of your story and you start becoming the author of it. You stop waiting for someone to hand you the life you want and you start building it with your own two hands. That is what it means to take back your power. That is what it means to honor the little boy inside you who once believed he could be the hero. He was right. He just didn't know yet that the path to becoming that hero would require you to walk through fire and keep walking. Look at the story of Eric Weinmeier. Blinded at the age of 13 by a rare disease, most people would have accepted a life of limitation and lowered expectations. He chose differently. He decided the man he wanted to be was someone who would climb the highest mountains on earth. Not in spite of his blindness, but by turning it into fuel. He summited Mount Everest in 2001, becoming the first blind climber to reach the top of the world, making history in the process. Think about that for a moment. He climbed arguably the most dangerous mountain on the planet, an endeavor that many individuals have attempted, but either were forced to turn back or died in the process. Where many failed, Eric Weinmeier succeeded. He accomplished a feat that most people, with all of their senses intact, never will. That's the man he decided he wanted to be. He went on to complete the 7 summits, standing on the highest peak of every continent. He has kayaked the Grand Canyon and faced conditions that would break most sighted adventurers. He didn't wait for his sight to return. He owned every step of his path completely. He practiced the virtues of courage, resilience, and vision every single day when the easy choice would have been to stay safe and small. Today he stands as living proof that the ultimate underdog, the man the world counted out, can reach heights that inspire millions. His story shows what happens when you refuse to let circumstances write your ending. He became the man his younger self needed, and in doing so he has shown countless others that their own mountains are climbable. You can do the same. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need perfect circumstances. You need the decision. You need the willingness to face what most men run from. You need the courage to be the underdog who refuses to stay down. Because when the underdog fights and wins against all odds, he doesn't just change his own life. He becomes the proof that it can be done. He becomes the man other people look at and think, If he can do it, maybe I can too. That is how one man changes the world for another. That is how character spreads. That is how you honor the yearning you've carried since you were a kid. And when you become that man, your impact doesn't stop with you. The man you become doesn't just live for himself. His character becomes the example and support that helps the next person rise. Changing the world for one person starts with becoming the kind of man whose presence makes others stronger. Your transformation creates a legacy. The way you carry yourself, the way you face hardship, the way you own your life. It all becomes a blueprint someone else can follow. That is how one man's decision to become better ripples outward and changes lives he may never even meet. So here is what it comes down to. You are already on the quest. The only question left is what kind of man you are going to be when the final chapter is written. Will you be the man who avoided the fire and stayed ordinary? Or will you be the man who walked into the fire and came out forged, sharpened, and unbreakable? Will you be the man your childhood self would look at with pride and say, "That's who I wanted to become"? The choice is yours. Every single day. Every single moment when it would be easier to quit. Every single time life hands you another reason to fold. You get to decide. You get to choose the attributes you want to level up. You get to decide that hardship will not define you, it will refine you. You get to become the man you always wanted to be. The forge is waiting. The storm is already here. The story is yours to write. It's time to pick up the hammer. It's time to grab the tiller. It's time to own every part of the journey. It's time to become him,